Hi everyone, today is the flooring day. This is our shed. We built it ourselves. It's not big, but it's nice and rectangular. So we're gonna try and install the floor here. Currently we use it as a workshop, but it can be used as an office or a studio. So we wanted to install something nicer for future. We got this LVP flooring. We figured this would be the perfect one for our case. And we're gonna install it right on top of this floor. So this is the product we got. It's LVP, water resistant, scratch resistant, ideal for us. The color we picked is great. And on the back of it, it already has the underlayment. You can check if, like my nail says sinking into, it means that there is an underlayment already, so we don't need to install anything extra. We're gonna place it right on top of this OSB. For the installation, you just need simple tools. Measuring equipment, measuring tools, the spacing blocks. We got the cheapest plastic ones, but you can use just the wood blocks if you have. The corner, the knife, and the only thing we purchased was the tapping block. We figured we needed to tap the pieces of floor together. And the hammer, we're gonna use this rubber one, but you can use a plastic one, but not a metal one. First, you need to make sure the floor is clean. So to get it ready, you just vacuum and make sure there are no nails sticking out or anything stuff on it sticking out, and make sure it's leveled. The first row will be temporary. This is very important. We just put the first row of planks and put the spacers in, and once we have the second and third row, we're gonna remove the first row. We need it because if we measure it against the wall, and we want the rows to be straight, one line, but if we measure against the wall might not be straight, and so your floor, the rows will not be straight. So we're gonna measure against the first row of the floor. The last piece of the row will have to be cut. We don't want the last piece to be too small. Make sure it's not less than 6 inches. In our case, it's definitely more than that. We'll just have to put it on top, measure what we need to cut, and cut. If you have a cutting tool, perfect. We don't, but it's okay. We can just use a knife. There's a utility knife.
Oh, looks good.
Nice and clean.
Yeah, let's cut here.
Looks pretty straight.
Here.
So we finished the first row, the first permanent row, and we're gonna do the second one, but we don't want this second one to be the same pattern as the first one, so we want it to be like starting from the middle of the first one. So we're gonna cut about half of the plank. The second permanent row is done. So now we're gonna remove the first row, which was temporary, and move the entire 2 rows to the wall. So we've come to the edge, and we want to make it right till the edge. the door will close, that's fine. So we decided to go all the way to the edge. So we cut the length first, and now we're gonna cut this corner out. We decided to use this tool to cut the door post a little bit from the bottom, so we can slide the floor inside. We're gonna make enough room for the floor. Sometimes when we heat too hard with the topper, those locks, the plastic ones, they break. It's okay, like you can still keep it, but like if the broken part is inside the lock, you need to remove it. So that's what we're doing. It's long enough, so it'll still hold, but just the small pieces, we'll need to remove the pieces from it. We previously mentioned that you don't want a small piece on the edge, especially like on the higher traffic area, because it eventually may come out. There's not enough length for the lock to be there. So if that comes to it, like we have it, we have about eight or nine inch piece, and it right on a door jamb. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this glue to glue this piece right to the floor. And the glue should be like all-purpose, that it can be used to plastic and wood.
Plastic and wood, yeah.
Yeah, that's all you need. Now we've done a few rows, and we realized the best way to install it is to start with the longer side, slide it into the lock on the longest side first, like this, and then slide it over to the side until you come to the end. Now we've done over half of the floor, and the next step would be we want to move the cabinets. These are our workshop cabinets. We want to move them over to the other side. They'll hold the existing laminate, and we're gonna do the flooring under it on the other half of the floor. We wanted the floor to go all the way, because eventually we might want to remove these cabinets and convert the space into something else. So we wanted the floor to be wholly done.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yeah, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Now we reached the last row, and we have to cut lengthwise.
See, as you can see,
Because the last one won't fit, we have to cut it the whole length.
so first one you need to check the distance.
The distance. Yeah, the entire distance is 5 inches and a quarter.
Yeah, so we need.
So we need to leave a space to the wall. We're gonna cut a little bit less than that. To cut the planks the entire length, you can use the same knife as I used before, but it might be easier to use. We're gonna use this table saw because we're gonna have to cut a few planks.
You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. Keep them in your brain till you feel it.
That's it.
Perfect. Yay!
Ooh.
Perfect floor. Looks awesome. In conclusion, so we've done the floor. They had the area of about 200 square feet, and we have the materials for about 230 square feet. And you can see there's still one full box and one almost full without just one plank. So there's not much waste, but you can see our area is pretty simple. Rectangle, no corners, and so there's little waste here. This was the first time for us we installed this type of floor. We found it pretty easy, but if you saw mistakes that we make, just leave a comment and we'll consider them next time. But overall, the process wasn't too difficult if you have the right tools. The table saw helped quite a bit with the last row. Otherwise, it would take long time to cut them with a knife, and it wouldn't be straight. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.